Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Living on the Branch. Today, it's kind of cool outside. Got a little rain last night, most part of yesterday, so we're going to try and work in the shop today. Got something that I've had on my mind for a while to try to do to the L3000 DT Kubota tractor. When we're up in the woods, traveling on the trails, going out cutting down trees and different things, I always have to carry the chainsaw in the tractor bucket. Most of you may do the same thing. So this is basically how I roll with the saw in the bucket. Here's the L3000 DT. So probably like most of y'all do, throw the saw in the bucket, some fuel and bar oil, run out, go up the trail. First thing you do is see something you can push out of the way, not remembering what you had in the bucket. You dump your saw off a bank first thing. Gas goes, bar oil, you know, everything is off to the races down the hill or in a briar thicket, that sort of thing. So I've got a little idea that I've come up with. It's pretty inexpensive. You guys can try it out. I looked at several different things online. Different companies have great ideas, but you know, cost savings is a big deal right now. So we're trying to get a few other things going, spend our money a couple different places. So had some flat bar, threaded rod, some different things laying around. So I just decided I would try to make something on my own, come up with my own little engineering. So stay tuned, we'll check that out. Okay, so here's kind of a parts list, a little materials list. This is an 1.5 inch flat bar, about 1/4 inch thick. Just some old junk we had laying around. You could probably use anything really. You could use angle if you turned it the other way, but drill some 3/8 holes through it. These are 1.5 inches by 6 inches long. If you're going to do a larger saw, just measure your bar width and figure out the distance in between the holes where you're going to need to be. I'm probably just going to keep the Echo on there, the CS355T. Use it mostly on just trimming limbs out of the trail, bush hogging routes and different things. So, and then I have 4 pieces of 3/8 all thread. You could probably use some bolts or different things on that too, just whatever you got around, and then some nuts and washers there. So I'm going to be attaching the saw holder in this area right here. We do have a little obstruction there. This pin, the bolt on thing, that's why I've done my threaded rod a little longer. So I'm gonna do 2 holes here and then 2 holes on down just a little bit further there. We'll do a jam nut. I'll do 2 pieces. We'll space the threaded rod out just a little bit off the frame itself. And then that'll give us a clear path to slide the saw down, straight down there. That way we can keep it pretty handy. Get in the operator compartment here. You do have to get on and off this tractor this way because we have the controls on this side for the loader. So we're going to be getting on and off this side, but that will still allow us to get on and off and keep it handy when we do get on and off this side, so we can fire it up and get anything out of the way. So my next step, I'm going to kind of mark out, pre-drill some holes here, and then we'll we'll drill the holes up to the correct size, and then thread those in and get this mounted up. So stay with us. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to kind of hold these up here. I'm going to get a good eyeball on level, and then we will mark where we're going to drill the holes. Just use a Sharpie or an ink pen, pencil, anything will work. So I'm gonna mark the first one, and then I'm gonna drop down where we're gonna catch the second one, and we'll mark it as well. All right. Okay, so we want to get as center as we can. I've got a 5/32 bit in the drill, and we're going to pre-drill these. So we'll start out in the center. Same thing with the other three. Okay, next we're gonna drill with a 5/16 bit, and this is the tap drill for a 3/8 tap. So that's what size all thread we're gonna use. Okay, what we have here is a 3/8 tap. This is a, let's see if I can make this out. 3/8 16, so that's 16 threads per inch, and just a regular crescent wrench. And this is a starter tap, so it's got a little taper on it. You'll start that in there, just make sure you get it straight. Tap it in, just keep turning, and you'll feel it start biting. Just go real easy with it. This metal on this frame is probably 1/4 inch thick, so it's not real thick, so it should start pretty easy. Sometimes you'll have to back it up just a little, clear the metal shavings out, then keep on trucking. It will get easier as you go along. That's how you know you've about got your threads made. And just continue doing the other 3 holes. Okay, next we're going to screw the all thread in. Just going to get it in enough to go through the 1/4 inch metal, because that's all it's going to be holding anyway. And notice I've put jam nuts up there to keep this tight against the frame. So then we'll take some pliers and a wrench and snug these jam nuts up on on the frame. Just be careful with the pliers not to damage the threads like I already had a little. Give those good snug tighten. That's going to keep it good and strong, rigid against the frame. Okay, now we have all those tight, they're good and rigid. Okay, so I've run some more jam nuts up on here. That's where the backing plate is gonna set against that. And then we're gonna tighten another nut up on the inside, and we'll put another nut and then another jam nut. So that basically this will be sandwiched in between two nuts right here, holding it stationary. So what I've done is taken the measurement out to this piece here, because we're going to have to try to clear this for the bar to drop down in on the outside. So to the outside is about 2 3/4. So I've got them run into 2 3/4, and now I'm going to back it up to 2 1/2 just to make for the other 1/4 inch on the metal piece. 2 1/2. And 2 1/2. Okay, next we're going to put on the pieces of flat bar. Take this back. Then we will put the other side of the jam nut on the other threaded rods. Okay, so we went ahead and double nutted all 4 threaded rods here. One thing I hadn't thought about was this metal hitting on the saw chain as it rides up and down the trails and around the pasture. So I cut some small pieces, this 1/2 inch PEX actually. You could use rubber hose or anything, and just slide those over each nut there. And then we'll put the existing pieces on. Be a little snug. Slide all those on, and then we will continue to put the last 4 nuts on and tighten those up. snug that up against the other nuts. That way it'll all stay tight. And we'll do a test fit on it and see how it works. Oh, that is awesome. Fits in there good. Got both pieces where it'll slide, not get the bar. I like it. Keep that saw out of the bucket. That'll be its home for a while. I'd like to get another one, keep on the Ranger. That'll be a little later on. Maybe we can pick a used one up or something. Okay guys, that's just a little project I wanted to come up with and show you guys this evening. Probably, if you bought this stuff, you could probably be in this thing for, I don't know, 20 bucks, maybe 15. Tool wise, you'll need, if you use 3/8 threaded rod, you'll need a 9/16 wrench. Of course, 3/8 tap. That might set you back just a little bit at the parts store, hardware store, Lowe's, somewhere like that. You get it. But neighbor, most people that do a little farming, outside work is going to have most of this stuff pretty readily available. So if we can help you out at all, just give us a comment. We'll get back to those as quick as we can. If you've liked this video, it's helped you out any, just give us a like and share it with some friends. You could do this on anything. You could do it on your side-by-side UTV tractor. You could actually mount this anywhere on the tractor. I just chose right here because it'd be a little easier. You could put it on the fender, put it on the hood, and anywhere on the tractor, the roll bar, and have your saw with you and not run it over. Because I know I've ran over a few and killed bars, chains, casings, breathers, you name it, we've tore it up. So like I said, like the video, give us some comments. Be glad to help you out any way we can. We're by no means professionals, but just love getting out here and, you know, using what we have, save a little money, make our life easier. If you will, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.